Coin on.
Hey there, YouTube coin community. It's Dustin with CoinOp, and today we are going to take a look at coin searching Jefferson nickels. So let's dive right on in. Now, a lot of people enjoy coin searching, and a lot of people enjoy coin searching Jefferson nickels. And there's many reasons for that. One, there's a lot of great varieties in the Jefferson nickel series. Two, there's some silver. And three, there are some decent key date varieties. So first of all, we are going to take a look at some of those key dates. The biggest ones that you are looking for would be the 1950D, the 1950 Denver Mint, 1950D, and the 1939D, 1939 Denver Mint. Now, some other ones are the 1938S, 1938S, 1938D, Denver Mint, 1938D, and a 1939S, San Francisco Mint, 1939S. Those ones all have the lowest mintages and do carry more of a premium than just what a common regular Jefferson nickel would go for. So when you are looking through your pocket change, you come across a Jefferson nickel, make sure you put those dates aside. Now there is some silver with your Jefferson nickels, 1942 through 1945. They needed the nickel for the war effort, so they changed the composition of the Jefferson nickels and they added silver. So you can find from 1942 through 1945 the Jefferson nickels, and they will have a 35% silver. Now, a lot of people call them 40% silver, but actually it's 35%. And the ones that you are looking for have a big mint mark on the reverse. So you want to turn your coins over, take a look at the reverses of the Jefferson nickels, and if you see a really large mint mark above the Monticello building, you have a silver nickel. And this does carry silver value, so this is worth more than a regular Jefferson nickel. Make sure you pull that aside. So the dates that you are looking for are 1942, the P and S, 1943, PD and S, 1944, PD and S, and 1945, PD and S. Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mint marks. Now we are taking a look at some of the varieties that can be found with the Jefferson nickel series, and we are going to take a look at the major ones, starting with the 1939 double die reverse. Now, the 1939 double die reverse Jefferson nickel is a very strong and very popular double die reverse. Very strong doubling can be seen on Monticello and on 5 cents. So you want to look with a jeweler's loupe directly at Monticello and 5 cents. And if you see strong doubling, well, you got lucky. Now, if you do find one of these examples, circulated examples, they tend to trade between $50 and upwards of $300. While uncirculated examples, now they can trade between $350 and all the way up to well over $25,000. Now we are taking a look at the 1942 Denver Mint. This one is a 1942 D over D, but this one is a D over a horizontal D. So on this one, if you are looking at the mint mark, a secondary mint mark can be seen directly underneath the primary mint mark, and it is horizontal to the primary mint mark. So they really messed up when they were punching that first mint mark in and tried to correct themselves. But you can find this one with a D clearly punched over top of a horizontal D mint mark. Now, if you do find one of these circulated examples, they tend to trade between $70 and upwards of $850. while uncirculated examples, they can trade between $1,350 and all the way up to well over $32,000 for a nice high-grade full step example. Now we are taking a look at a 1943 Philadelphia Mint double die obverse, 1943 P double die obverse Jefferson nickel. Now on this one, doubling shows a little bit more minor on In God We Trust, but it is most obvious and clear as day on Jefferson's eye. On your 1943s, you want to just take a good look at Jefferson's eye. If you see that doubled eye, well, you definitely know you have one of these. Now, if you do find one of these circulated examples, they start out at around $30 and trade upwards of $80, while uncirculated examples, they tend to trade between $100 and all the way up to well over $11,000. Now we are taking a look at a 1943, and this one is a 3/2. So this is a 1943/2. Now this one is a very popular variety. Collectors love this one. And this one, you can find this one pretty easily when you are doing some coin searching. When you do come across these, they stand right out at you. I have found a few of these over the years while coin searching. So you want to pay attention to the date on this one. And looking at the 3 on the date, you can clearly see the remnants of a 2 underneath of the 3. So pay attention to the date and take a good look at that 3. Now, if you do find one of these circulated examples, they tend to trade between $45 and upwards of $260, while uncirculated examples, they start out at around $310 and trade upwards of over $8,000 for a really nice high-grade full step example. Now we are taking a look at a 1945 Philadelphia Mint, 1945 P. So this is a silver wartime nickel, and this one is a double die reverse. So this is the 1945 double die reverse. And this one is a very popular double die. Again, this is a really strong double die reverse. And on this one, you are going to want to pay attention to the word Monticello and 5 cents, and also the right side of the memorial building. Most of the doubling can be seen on the lower right side of the coin. So pay attention to the right side of Monticello and 5 cents and the right side of the memorial building. Now, I have found some of these coin searching, and I know Paulie Nichols from the YouTube channel Paulie Nichols, he has found a few of these himself while coin searching, and I have even shown some of his finds in videos here on this channel as well. But if you do find one of these circulated examples, they tend to trade between $20 and upwards of $90, while uncirculated examples, they tend to trade between $100 and upwards of $11,500. Now we are taking a look at a 1949 D over S. So this is a 1949 Denver Mint. This is an over mint mark. It is punched over top of an S mint mark. Now this one is a very popular over mint mark, and this one in high grades can command some extreme values. So when you are looking at this one, you want to pay attention to the D mint mark, and you can see remnants of a secondary mint mark directly underneath of it. And if you are lucky enough to find one of these circulated examples, they start out at around $30 and trade upwards of $125, while uncirculated examples, they trade between $150 and all the way up to well over $42,500 for a nice high-grade uncirculated full step example. Now we are taking a look at yet another over mint mark. This is the 1954 S over D, 1954 San Francisco mint that is punched over top of a Denver mint mark. So this is an S over D. Now this one is again a very popular over mint mark, and this one shows the remnants of a D mint mark directly under and slightly to the south of the primary mint mark. And this one pops right out at you when you do come across one of these. They stand out when you're looking at these. They definitely do. But this one, to me, is one of my favorite over mint marks in the Jefferson nickel series because it is clear as day to me. It's very obvious. Now, if you do find one of these circulated examples, they tend to trade between $8 and upwards of $20, while uncirculated examples, they tend to trade between $25 and upwards of $2,000. Now we are taking a look at a 1955 D over S. This is yet another over mint mark. This is a 1955 Denver mint that was punched over top of a San Francisco mint mark, a D over S. So again, this is a popular over mint mark, and there are not too many over mint marks amongst all of the series. So to have 3 major over mint marks in one series is actually really cool. But when you are taking a look at this one, you can see remnants of the S mint mark directly underneath of the D mint mark, of the primary mint mark. Now, if you do find one of these circulated examples, they tend to trade between $5 and upwards of $25, while uncirculated examples, they start out at around $40 and trade upwards of $4,500. Now we are taking a look at a 2000P or Philadelphia mint. 2000P Jefferson nickel. Now this one features the piece reverse, the one with the handshake. So this is the piece reverse, and this is a double die obverse listed as FS101. This is a very popular double die, and this is a relatively very modern double die. Now this one doubling can be seen on In God We Trust, the designer's initials, and of course on the date. Now on this one, I like looking for it on the date because even on a low grade example, it makes the date really thick and fat, so it's noticeable to me even on a low grade example. Now if you do find one of these circulated examples, they only trade for a couple bucks, upwards of around $10 to $15, while uncirculated examples, they trade between $20 and all the way up to around $130 for a really nice high grade example. And lastly, we are going to take a look at a very popular variety. This is the 2005 Speared Bison Jefferson nickel. This one, people love this one. I've seen a bunch of examples of this one, and you can find these quite easily while doing some coin searching. Take a look at the reverse. You want to pay attention to the bison, and you want to look at his back. Right above his hump is where it starts. You will see a die gouge that runs from the top of the bison's back and out and underneath of the bison, hence why they call it the speared bison. Now, if you do find one of the speared bison Jefferson nickels, they start out at around $8 and trade upwards of $85, while uncirculated examples, they start out at around $100 and trade upwards of $5,000. Okay, I have a coin question for everybody, and if you decide to answer this question, just post your answer down in the comments. If you get it right in the next video when I reveal the answer to this question, anybody that got it right prior to me making the next video, I will give you a little shout out in the video for getting it correct. But we're going to take a look at an image. Now, this was posted in the CoinOp group, and the individual who posted this one wanted to know if this was a repunched mint mark or not. So I'm going to ask you, is this a repunched mint mark or is it not? If you think it is, let me know why. If you don't think it is, let me know why you don't think it is. Leave me your answer down in the comments. Now, the next video that I put together and post, I will give you the correct answer as to what is going on with this coin. So I will fill you in on that. Or you could always go over to the CoinOp group on Facebook, find this post, and find out the answer in the meantime.
Bonus coin.
I realized I have not done a bonus coin in a while, so I decided to do one for this one. Because I was doing nickels, I decided why not take a look at one of the most valuable United States nickels that are out there. So we are going to take a look at the finest graded, top population 1913 Liberty V nickel. Now there are only 5 Liberty V nickels. These were not intended to ever be produced. They made the dies to produce them, but prior to going with the run of the Liberty V nickels, they decided to change over to the Buffalo nickel, and the dies were supposed to be destroyed. Well, one of the mint employees struck a few of these and smuggled them out, and now there are 5 in existence. The example that we are looking at sold for well over $4.6 million. $4.6 million for a nickel, and that sold in a Stack's Bowers Galleries auction. Could you imagine owning a coin worth $4.6 million? Wow. Well, there you go, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, do us a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. The more that you interact with our YouTube channel, the more it encourages YouTube to share our content with more and more people. Also, by subscribing, if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, click on that subscribe button. And while you are at it, click on the notification bell. That way you get notified immediately when we upload new content. Well, everyone, until next time, have fun.